It started like any other day. For the workers, life was routine, predictable. But one notification would shatter the normalcy. The words hung in the air like a dark cloud. Operations are suspended, effective immediately. The weight of uncertainty settled over everyone. For Ahmed and his family, this wasn't just news, it was a devastating blow to their livelihood. Dreams paused, plans disrupted. In times of crisis, communities often find strength in unity. They knew they couldn't rely on hope alone, they had to act. The announcement didn't just impact Mali, it caught the world's attention. Debates raged on, but for the people on the ground, life had to go on. Work had stopped, but life hadn't. The people of Mali stood at a crossroads, uncertain of what lay ahead. It began with a single proclamation. A government decision to seize control of mining operations sent shockwaves through the nation and beyond. The economy, a delicate web of interconnected lives, began to unravel. From market stalls to trading floors, the effects were immediate and widespread. The people's voices, once ignored, grew louder. Among them was Amina, a young activist who refused to stay silent in the face of injustice. The ripples reached far beyond Mali's borders. World leaders took notice, debating actions that could shift the global balance of power. In communities across the country, loyalties were tested. The decision that united some divided others, leaving families and friendships hanging in the balance. In the midst of chaos, unlikely alliances formed. Hope was not lost, it shifted, grew, and prepared to rise again. The heart of every industry lies here in the hands of the workers. Their sweat powers machines, and their resilience fuels progress. But what happens when their stability is threatened? An announcement that sends ripples of uncertainty through the workforce. For these men and women, the news isn't just about profits, it's about their livelihoods. For every decision made in boardrooms, there's a kitchen table where its impact is felt. Sacrifices are weighed, futures debated, and hope clings to every word. In unity, there is strength. As uncertainty looms, these workers come together, searching for solutions and standing against the tide of change. When words fall on deaf ears, actions speak louder. This is their stand, not just for jobs, but for dignity and recognition. Not every battle ends in triumph, but every step forward is a victory. In their unity, the workers find strength, and in their resolve, a brighter future. When nature shows its fury, the foundations of even the strongest communities are tested. But as the waters rise, so does the spirit of those who call this place home. In every crisis, a leader emerges. Her voice is not just a call to action, but a beacon of hope in the storm. It is here, in the simplest acts of cooperation, that the true strength of a community is revealed. Together, they build not just walls, but bonds that can withstand any flood. Every battle has its setbacks, but it's not in falling that we are defined, it's in how we rise again. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. In their darkest hour, kindness and generosity become the light that guides them forward. The storm may have left its mark, but what remains is far greater. It's not the homes they saved, but the resilience they discovered within themselves that will be remembered. In the quiet corners of the world, change often begins with one voice daring to speak out. Sometimes, the world takes notice when you least expect it, turning local voices into global echoes. Stepping into the spotlight can feel like carrying the weight of every voice behind you, a burden and an honor all at once. The world's attention is a double-edged sword, offering both support and criticism in equal measure. In moments of doubt, the strength to move forward often comes from those who believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. The greatest impact is made not by standing alone, but by inspiring others to stand with you. Have you ever taken a bold step to make a difference? Share your story and inspire others to take their first step toward change.
In the shadows of thriving cities, there lie stories the world chooses to ignore. But every shadow holds a light waiting to be revealed. Each voice carries the weight of untold struggles, forgotten by a world that moves too fast to care. In places hidden from the public eye, countless lives are shaped by resilience and unyielding hope. Even in the direst circumstances, the spirit of a new generation burns bright, yearning for opportunity and change. Breaking through the wall of indifference is the hardest step, but every ripple starts with one bold move. When forgotten voices find a platform, they become a powerful force for change, echoing across the world. Join the movement to amplify unheard voices. Share this video and help shine a light on those left in the shadows.
Every great gamble begins with a tantalizing promise of vision of success that seems too good to resist. When the stakes are high, doubt becomes a constant companion, whispering warnings in the dead of night. Some steps are taken with certainty, while others are plunged into with a leap of faith. The difference lies in the outcome. Success, when it comes quickly, feels like validation or reward for daring to dream big. Fortunes built on uncertain foundations can crumble as quickly as they rise, leaving devastation in their wake. In the end, every gamble teaches a lesson. And sometimes the greatest gain lies not in the reward, but in the wisdom earned. Share this video if you believe in learning from every step, whether it leads to triumph or trial. In the race for progress, the air grows heavy, choking the life from the very lungs it sustains. A city once thriving now gasps for breath under a shroud of pollution. This river once brought life to generations, now reduced to a vessel of decay. The fish have disappeared, and with them, the hope of a clean tomorrow. In the name of progress, the lungs of our planet are severed, one tree at a time. What remains is a deafening silence where nature's symphony once thrived. Every journey toward redemption begins with a single step. The strength of a community lies in its ability to come together for a cause greater than itself. Necessity breeds innovation, and hope finds a way. Through the minds of visionaries, the path to a sustainable future takes form. The story doesn't end with destruction, but with renewal. Each small action today becomes a legacy of hope and resilience for future generations. In a world of instability, childhood innocence is often the first casualty. Dreams fade into the shadows of uncertainty. But there are those who refuse to let these dreams die, caretakers of hope who fight to give every child a chance. Each act of kindness ripples outward, touching lives and creating a foundation for brighter tomorrows. Children possess a resilience that defies the odds. Their laughter and dreams remind us that hope is not lost. When communities unite, the impossible becomes achievable. Together, they build not just walls, but futures. The children of tomorrow depend on the steps we take today. Their smiles are our greatest reward. Their dreams our ultimate legacy. For Ethan, life was predictable. Work, coffee, the daily scroll of headlines. Wars, protests, crises, they happened, but always somewhere else. Some truths are easy to ignore until they sit beside you. Ethan felt the weight of someone else's struggle, but was it his place to care? This was it, the moment where most people look away. But what if turning away is no longer an option? Doing the right thing often comes with a price. The real question is, what is your silence worth? Fear tells us to stay silent, but courage is found in those who refuse to step back. One moment, one choice, one step, that's all it takes to turn the tide. And when you do, you'll never look back.